Okay, today we're going to benchmark the 3080 and the 9900K, 4040p, 1080p 4K. So yeah, we're going to see how it performs and how it functions. We're going to put everything on ultra, and we're going to start at 1080p. There we go. Apply. Skip. Okay. There we go. Let's see how it performs.
Let's try this.
Yeah, I have nothing to counter the tank, dude. No. He shoots me, I'm dead. And he does. Oh, this is great. Have a card here. I'm gonna disable some options here. We're gonna disable those things because yeah, this vignette, the film grain, kind of destroys the image quality completely. So yeah, let's just get rid of it. So as you can see, we are heavily CPU bottlenecked here. Yeah.
Ammo right here.
Echo sector is under our control.
Grenade going out.
The feeling sharpening filter is really high. Let's see. There's a sharpening going on here. Film grain, no. Weird. There's no option for sharpening, it seems like. Or maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's one of those things. Well, whatever. Performance is fine. Yeah, it goes super smooth, no problems there. A little bit low minimums though, but that's the CPU because we're heavily CPU bottlenecked. Yeah, that's the wrong resolution. Yes. Oh, that's also the wrong one. This is the correct one. Okay. Let's put our benchmark meter on. Although you can't really see anything.
We control most sectors on the battlefield.
Okay, let's go to the top.
I'm reloading.
They've taken all of Foxtrot sector.
What? There's a tank here? Fuck.
Deploying grenade.
Well solved.
Reloading. Watch it. Take it. Don't miss. Reloading. Target is down.
God damn it. Okay. Well, performance seems to be fine. Not much of an issue. Let's go here. See how the performance is over here. So the performance here is a lot lower because of the vegetation. CPU rated. Really. The physics in this game are interesting. They're buggy as well.
Reloading. 1 second.
Okay, it's over there. Yeah, with all it's good doable. So let's move on to the next resolution, 4K. Yep. And see how the game performs. No. Oh, wrong button. Just gotta do a new match then. Won't take long. There we go. Yeah, so I got a new little metric in the 3080 column. You can see it, it's the SSD used. Put it over there. I can make its own column, but it becomes a little bit too large then. I'll just keep it there. Basically showcases you how much the SSD is actually used by games. So from now on you will be seeing that in every video.
Hostiles now control Sector Echo. Enemy forces control the majority of sectors.
So I played it a little bit more there right now. The performance from the 4K on the 3080 is going to sit around, everything maxed out, it's going to sit around the 60. You will dip a little bit below. Yeah, sadly there's no DLSS in this game, so why nobody knows, but you know, it just is. And yeah, the performance will be you will be hovering around to 60. That's pretty much it. "4K stays really hard to be pushed." Yeah. I honestly think 4K is going to be really good doable when we hit the hopper. So that's pretty much 3 generations from now from the Videocards. Okay, what is that? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 60 FPS. It's for a game like this, I just don't prefer it. I will honestly want 100 plus. So what you can do, however, is just lower settings, right? You get obviously more performance.
We have locked down Sector Front. Damn it! Throwing grenade! One down!
Yeah, how much is low FPS adds? Well, I can do low FPS tests, but the problem with that is the video is going to be extremely long. Kinda don't want to do that.
Get me
Yeah,
up
I should
here.
just have shot before. I don't know why I did that. It doesn't matter though. Yeah, so Performance-wise, it's a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. It's also settings. I think optimization should be done a little bit more. I wish they added DLSS. In today's age, there is no reason not to do it. Besides if you're sponsored for some reason. So this game kind of feels a little bit like this awkward in-between version, you know? Honestly should just have DLSS straight off from the bat. But I think they don't do it because they don't wanna have like exclusive thingies for exclusive brands. But yeah, like anything that has like a 4K, just in general, I think DLSS just needs to be standard. It takes like no effort to implement, and if it's an issue for your own engine, they need to move off it. It's just so much performance that you get with the technique that, yeah. Okay.
Ammo, take it. They've occupied Foxtrot.
Yeah, so I will quit it here for now. There's a lot of CPU demand. There's a lot of CPU taxation going on. So, for example, we can actually do it real quick. Let's just do it real quick. Let's go over. Let's just go here. There we go. So we're sitting here at 63 FPS. So if you lower everything to low, so you can see with optimization how it will perform. If you slide the buttons or slide it down, some will affect CPU, some will affect the GPU. You can see that you can get about 50% more frames, right? You go from like 60 to 100. It's a lot. It's like 40% more performance, really. So that's a lot of performance gain that you can get. Now, if you go, for example, to Ultra, back, and then, yeah, this is gonna crash the game a little bit because the game does not like this at all, what I'm doing. But it's whatever at this point. So we're gonna go to, for example, 1080p, right? So 1080p is like CPU bottleneck fill. Yes, keep. Now, holy shit. Oh, Mr. Tornado is here. Yeah. I just wanted to benchmark, man. So that's the tornado in Battlefield? Yeah, let's go back.
The Russians have to retake our sectors or they're done for. Defend them.
Okay, so I really wish they did this. It's so hard to benchmark stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hard to benchmark stuff in online games. It's ridiculous. Okay, so you won't be seeing it now because everybody has been displaced. So yeah.
We have majority control of the sectors.
Let's just test it out, whatever. It's about the same, 40%. Yeah, it's hard to test out. I'm not gonna lie. You can't remove the CPU bottleneck with lower settings. It's pretty obvious at this point. You still can get like really high frame rates if you do that, if you optimize it that way, but yeah, you gotta go through all the options, and I don't have time for that right now, so as the video is already 15 minutes long at this point, I'll just keep it at this. Otherwise, in the short conclusion, 1080p, no problems, 60 plus, no issue, same for 1440, same for 6K, it drops a little bit below, so you have to lower a few settings. There's a huge CPU bottleneck going on. It's probably because there are so many people on the map. Getting 70-80 minimums at ultra settings is just gonna happen. Unless you lower settings, then you can get like about 100 plus FPS on the minimums on 1080p, 4040p, and probably about like 80-90 FPS minimums on 4K, because 4K is still really hard to run. Disappointing, there's no DLSS in it, or even FSR for resolution. Yeah, to just get like more performance, really. Kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Wish they changed that, because it is throttling your GPU pretty hard. So it's hitting your GPU pretty hard on all resolutions basically, besides 1080p. So yeah. Anyway, that's my conclusion about it. Game plays absolutely wonderful. There's no issue here. It looks a little bit like Battlefield 4. So visually, it's not really moving upwards from Battlefield 5. It feels in general a little bit like a downgrade over Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 had a lot better visuals in my opinion. But, you know, that's probably the trade-off, or maybe it's just this map. We'll have to see when it comes out. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.